Welcome! Today I'm going to show you how to create a student portfolio using Google Sites. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure the student is logged into their Google Drive account. So they can check this by making sure that when you click this icon here, it says their first and last name at dpsnc.net. Once they're in their Google Drive, they can click New, go to More, and then Google Sites. Once they click on that, they will have their Google site ready to go. It comes in blank just like this, where they can put in their title for their website. Might want to use their first name, or you can call it anything that they want, but I would encourage them not to use their last names, just because we want to make sure we're keeping them safe and reminding them of digital citizenship and keeping their personal information private. Even though this is a pretty private website because it's through Durham Public Schools, we just want to teach them those best practices. All right, here they can title their actual page. It could be their home page, or they could call it My Profile. And then they can choose a theme. We'll go with this one, and they can choose a color to highlight with. And then we're ready to go ahead and insert content. The first thing we might want to go ahead and have them do is create like a welcome or a bio. So just for an example, now that I've finished writing my bio, I have a feeling the kids are going to want to add a picture. You can encourage them to just add a picture that matches their profile. So in mine, I said I'd like to play soccer, so I could add a soccer ball. And select whichever one I like. Oops, put both of them in there, so I'll just hit that one and hit delete. And then I can resize this one so it's a little bit smaller. This little uncrop button kind of centers it and makes it fit. And then I can move it around. This website works kind of like blocks. So you just have little blocking sections. And actually, I want to bring this ball up here on the left side of my text, and it will nicely place it there for me. And then, as you can see, the website's done in sections. So I have my first section that I could delete. You can do a section background where you change the colors. And then you can duplicate the section if you have a lot of things you want to repeat. But for now, I'm going to show you how to insert an assignment. So when it's time to start inserting work that the students have done, most of our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders especially, and actually our 2nd graders too, are really used to using their Google Drive. So they can pull from their drive, or if they know they just need a slide, they can go straight to their docs or slides or sheets that they've created. So let's just say we're going to have them enter a Google slide they made in class. And let's say they made one on the life cycle of plants. We can insert, and there it is, their project on the life cycle of plants. And then you might want to have them do a text box to describe what they did. They could describe what they did, what went well during the project, what didn't go well. You can have them put questions that go along with their slides for people to try to answer. All kinds of options of things you can do. And then they can move to text beside the project. You can have them snap it on top, or on the bottom like a caption. And then let's take a preview of the page. Here's their profile. So it looks just like a web page with their bio and their project. And as you can see, the project becomes interactive so that you can see it. And then if you wanted to see it full screen, you would just click this and it would open up into a new tab. All right, let's leave preview mode. And now we're back in edit mode. Now, right now we just have a web page with one page, just the home page. So if I go to pages, you'll see I just have the home page. Now let's say I wanted to add sections or other pages to have my students organize for a more robust profile. I might want to have folders like published writing, where they'd put all their published writing pieces. And I may want to have another project that is for science, where I'd put any science things that we worked on or anything like that. And then maybe I'll also have a math section where they put math assignments. Just depends on how you want to use your students' portfolios. And then as you can see, it's like a web page. They make a menu where you can click home, you can click writing, science, math. So let's say you decided you don't want them to have their life cycle of plants project on their profile. You'd rather them do it in their science section, and they would just go to click on their science, and they would go to insert, slides, click on their life cycle of plants, come down here to insert, and there it is. Now it's in their science portfolio. So there are lots of options for how you can do your site, but when it comes time to start publishing, you first definitely want them to share it with you. So they'll click on share, they'll enter your email address, click on it, add whoever you need to add. If there are several teachers you want to have added, you want them to be able to send you something so that you can edit it, because as the teacher you should get that final say, and then they'll hit send. Okay, once they've sent the project to you and you both have reviewed it and agree that it's ready, they can hit publish, and then they'll be ready to publish their site. Now, it's now starting to ask students to kind of come up with their own name. So it starts with this, and then they need to start with putting something in. But as you can see, when you're coming up with your web address, my name's very common, so I'm going to get a message saying great address, but that's already taken, of course, because Ashley's Portfolio is definitely a website that probably already exists. So what I've done is added the number 8, and it looks like that one works. So Ashley's Portfolio 8 is fine. I can click publish. And as you can see, anyone at Durham Public Schools can view the site. That's just a safety feature so that we can make sure that the site's not completely public and only people with a Durham Public Schools account can view it. There may be a way to manage it for students so that it can be changed, but I'm not quite sure. I'd have to log into a student account to see. But for now, we'll hit publish. And the site should be published, and you can view the published site in its full form. Just got home, writing, science, and math. And the one thing that you do need to know is when the students go in and edit their site, let's say I add a text box to my science page. Okay, I've made that change, but if I go back to my site, you'll see that's not showing up. That's because I have not republished. So every time a student makes a change, if he or she wants that change to be on their page, they have to hit publish again. And then when somebody goes to their website, we'll see the change. This is kind of a good feature because then students can be working in the background on adding things to their website, and people can't see it until they decide it's ready. So students can add projects, add information, add text, and do things, and then when they're ready for someone to see them live on their website, they'll just hit publish. So publish basically just says, make whatever changes I've done to my website live. So the last thing I'll show you is how to share this link with other people once you've got it done. So what you'll want to do is have the students go home, because that's the home page where you want the link that you give people to go straight to their home page. So if you hit home and then you copy the published site link, it's going to give you the site with Ashley's Portfolio 8 /home. You copy the link, and that way when you give this link to people, when they open it, let's say in a new browser, they just paste it in, hit go, and it will take that person to their portfolio. So now it's live for others who have the link to see. And that's it. That's how to do a Google Site portfolio. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. There's also tons of YouTube videos online about how to use Google Sites for portfolios or for teacher web pages or however you'd like to use Google Sites. Have a great day. Thank you.